more.
Well, we should be going out. I'm on restream.
Let's see.
We
Nope. That's Rick and Morty.
What's Rick and Morty doing there?
No,
tell
that's
them-
a different tab. You're safe.
Tell them to get out. I've like watched like the first 6 seasons or so of Rick and Morty kind of diligently, but I've struggling to find the motivation to watch the latest season.
Some of the episodes are on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
So I've been watching them like while I eat like lunch or whatever to check them out. And I know people complain, they're like, "Oh, it's not the same," and "Oh no, the voice actor guy is gone." And like I'm gonna be honest, what I've seen so far, I like it just as much. Like it wasn't, and I don't really like Justin Roiland's humor, and so him leaving was a bit of a boon to me personally. Like, oh yeah, let's see what they do now. Like that was actually kind of exciting.
It's not even the voices for me. I just think it's sort of run its course, I guess. It's kind of gone over the same tropes a lot. Oh, anyway, we're live. Should probably stop talking about Rick and Morty and talk about games. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to Yahtzee Tries. I'm joined by Jesse Gleaner.
Hi-oh.
And we're playing, first of all, we're playing the Enjenir, which showed up in our list of things to review recently. Speaking as someone who had that haircut in high school, I'm feeling personally attacked.
Did you really?
Yes.
Okay, I knew a bunch of people that had that haircut. Like, who decided collectively that that's what boys were going to do in this time period? Because it was everywhere.
I don't think it was any actual person as much as it was a pudding bowl that decided. Anyway, thanks for the $5 you want Crazy for Life, who says, will games reviewed in zero punctuation be in the running for this year's BBW5, or are you skipping that this year? Yes, of course they'll be eligible for rewards. It's games I've reviewed. Doesn't matter what label I reviewed it under. But yes, that'll be our first video after we get back from the Christmas break. But never mind that. Let's play some Enjenir, which, from what I've gathered, I haven't played it. I played the tutorial. But what I've gathered from that is that this is one of those wacky physics games that people like.
Also, looks like your volume is lower than mine.
Is it?
So says Boris.
How about now? So I'll just eat the mic. Will that help?
It always does. And Tommy Salty, 1 month with the Green Gang. Howdy. I see your egg hatching. And this is Jesse, a perfect guide through weird games. Smiley face. I do love those weird games.
Green, you will see all of the missions available
okay.
in a level, with their difficulty.
Well, you know when the objective is walk to a destination, you know we're the sort of thing we're dealing with.
Like what type of mission it is, and how much money you get for
completing true.
It. There are a wide variety of different mission types.
What are the actual controls? Like, is it just hold forward? Or is it more like quaff?
Well, it's interesting because there's a button to walk and there's individual buttons for each legs as well. So you can alternate those, or you can just press the auto walk button. In case, for whatever reason, you just want to lift one leg.
I bet at some point that'll matter. Are you controlling this, or is this just a video that's playing?
This is just a video that's playing at me.
Okay.
That's explaining how missions work in video games.
Got it.
But I hesitate to skip in case they tell me something really important.
The better you score, the more money you make. Easy.
All right. Aaron saying can't hear Yahtzee. Anybody else having trouble hearing Yahtzee?
But
sounds like it might be an OBS problem then.
What? What's going on? Wait, well, you should be hearing me.
Let's see if they can now. Okay.
Oh, hang on. What?
Yeah, you're still quieter than me, but they can hear you.
Okay. How quieter?
Is that now better?
You can hear me fine? We just need to turn Jesse down a bit.
Yeah, I appreciate it, chat, because I'm hearing it through Discord. So what y'all are hearing is going to be different than what I hear.
Hang on, maybe I'll just
Yeah,
turn you
turn
down
me
on my
just a
end.
little bit. Turn me. I just
Let's
too
put you at,
boisterous.
let's put you at 90% and see how
All right,
things
sounds
go.
good.
All right. Where were we? Okay. Walk to a destination.
That classic video game maneuver.
Can do. I'll show them who the great engineer is.
This is a simple character mission, which just requires you to reach a destination. Walk to the highlighted area at the end.
Do you think there's such a thing as too much tutorializing?
To view the character controls, press
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm gonna say yes, but I think for the most part, it's a matter of bad tutorializing versus too much.
Now, how the hell was I supposed to get an A on that?
Maybe you have to hit both legs at once to jump, and then you can jump over the thing to do it faster.
Oh, there's the thought. Let's just see if I can do it like super fast. Ooh. Okay, jumping's kind of a bust.
I mean, did you succeed on your first jump ever, though?
Well, I have no idea. Ask my parents. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like over tutorializing is definitely a thing you can do, but I think it's more of a you failed to properly convey what you need to in a like a proper in a proper way, or like in a functional way, and so you're having to over explain it.
Oh yeah, now we're octodadding it.
Grabs with your right hand.
Grab thing with loose jelly-like hand.
Have you played over tutorialized games?
This mission will require
I feel like I have.
Use the left-hand reach and right-hand reach keys to
If you play old games from like the late 90s,
key to grab with your left hand, and the right-hand grab key to grab.
Those games went back when tutorials used to be an entire separate mission you did from the main menu.
The climb key, while grabbed, will pull you upwards. Remember, your hands will reach.
Hey, I got a passing grade in climbing.
So it looks like it does the whatever that game is, the meat game that we played a bunch, Gang Beasts method of climbing.
Yeah.
Platform capable of holding up this box
Okay.
above the ground for at least 8 seconds. Remember, when you have a member equipped, the guide on the left of your screen displays the different controls for that member, including how to scale, rotate, and offset it.
Now you're having to build.
Yeah. I have to build a platform that will support this box. Seems simple enough. Sheets.
Oh, okay. That'll work. That's an A. That's got to be an A.
Surely. Unless you can do it with like A plus even. Yeah.
What? Heck yeah. You an architect?
I found my medium at last. Why only get 1 star there? What do you do to get 3 stars, I wonder?
I didn't
Right.
even notice you could get multiple stars.
Now build a bridge. Hop to it, peasant.
This mission is one that combines building and the character.
So no guides on this one. It's just like however you want to make this bridge.
Yeah,
Can you
okay.
just make one long board across it? Or is it gonna snap when you reach the center?
Well, let's find out.
Being placed on a wall
Well, they can't go very long, it seems.
And would just fall down when built.
Yeah.
Can you
that's-
just
Toggle between
get
free
a
and
support
fixed
beam,
connection
turn it
to
sideways
building
to
bar
stretch it,
under connection type.
and then just kind of balance
The
across
free
it?
connection is red,
Aha.
and the fixed
Good
connection
thinking.
is green.
I thank you.
Also, remember, you can scale members by holding
That's
the
as far-
space
Hey, Eric.
key and dragging
That's
your
as far as
cursor
it goes.
left and right
Okay.
while placing it.
Well, I don't think you can cheese it the way I was planning. Can you connect a bar to the ends of that
Aha,
bar?
aha, hold the phone.
All right. Oh. That mostly lines up.
That looks secure. Tell me
Definitely-
that doesn't look secure.
Yeah, I'd definitely walk on that bridge with confidence. Let me tell you. I don't know why it's not letting you.
Hmm.
Do you have to bring it up on the Z plane? Like it's clipping through?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have a problem with, because I always have a problem with manipulating 3D space in a video game. In
Well,
like exactly
quite- I
what you're
mean-
trying to do right there.
Yeah, because all you got is a mouse that can only really translate 2D movement. That's where it gets confusing.
Yeah, but I've known like 3D modelers, and I watch them, and they'll just be like, "Oh," and then you do this, and it's like literal magic to see them just manipulate something with such ease. Ooh, okay, but that's sitting on the thing above it.
Yeah,
That's gonna fall.
that's probably not going to work, is it? Okay, this might be a better angle.
Can you move it once it's placed? Or do you have to delete it and start over?
Yeah, let's stop worrying about overthinking things.
This is gonna collapse. It's gonna land and they're all gonna go and fall off. That's my bet. That's my guess.
Oh, ye of little faith. Only some of them fell off.
You gonna make that jump?
Okay, I think these two beams in the middle aren't really doing their job. All right, nails will help here.
Oh shoot, you get nails? Do you have a limit? The screen's small on my end. You have like a limited number of each of those items you can use?
Yeah. We can only
Okay.
we're going to put down 15 sheets because this is the tutorial.
Got it.
Okay, this has got to work.
Oh, I'm super interested in this now. The nails just fall out? What was that?
Looks good to me. It's happening. Yeah, this will teach those overthinking engineering students. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, grab on! Yeah, you got it. Okay, let's get the other arm up there.
yeah.
That, I think that nail did. Yeah, there's no nails in those boards. Uh-oh.
Uh,
Yeah, all your nails just fell out.
no, not all of them.
when you started, a bunch of stuff fell, and then that board was just free floating. Do you have to like hammer them in or something? Oh, Eric handed out codes. Thanks, Eric.
I think this will still work. I just need to be less clumsy.
That's a tall order in this game, but I believe in you. Do you get to choose the like length of your step?
Not in auto walk mode, it seems.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't. Yes.
Sick recovery.
Haha! And I got a B. That's basically an A.
B for brilliant. I mean, B and A can be one number apart. So, like, really, what's the difference?
There you go. A B minus is just a... No, wait. A B plus is just an A minus that's got a different hat on.
Yeah, exactly. That's how letters work, everybody.
I'm suddenly flashing back to the last time I looked over all my old school reports. Because I remember being a good student. But I went through them all and they were basically just average, 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 B, 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 average, average, B. I was like, well, I guess I did exactly as much work as was required and no more. Which is, in itself, admirable.
You really committed to that.
This mission is another one that combines building and platforming elements. You need to design a tall tower capable of holding...
Oh, and happy holidays to you too, old hunter.
Then you must climb to the top of that tower.
Whatever you're doing today, I hope it's a good time.
Stay inside the highlighted area.
Okay, so I gotta build a tower that supports this platform and then climb it.
A structure made to hold weight at height. It's always wise to...
Will it let you cheat and build a ramp?
Well, let's find out.
Like, if you get to the top and it's like, you never used your arms. Fail.
Boy, this line isn't helping at all. Yeah, just getting a sense for where it is on the floor.
Are you building...
There's a guidelines, so I know where...
Oh,
where,
okay.
Yeah, where on the floor to start putting stuff.
God, I was very confused at... it's like, wow, you can really build some tall pillars just going straight to heaven.
Well, let's put 4 of these down, and then we'll add like a platform halfway up.
Continue the thing. You could add bars too, like an actual ladder. You know, if we wanted to build a real structure. How do you, people talking about some clumsy controls and stuff, how do you feel about that style of game? Like where it's like purposefully supposed to be kind of wonky and goofy.
Well, like the game is struggling with the controls.
Yeah, but in that sort of Octodad way.
Yeah.
Where it's like supposed to be, that's part of the humor or quap, where it's like, yeah, it's supposed to be awkward and weird. That's kind of the point, but it's still functional.
Not a propeller. That would be very
Ceiling
silly.
fan? What was that? Do you have an opinion on those, on that style?
Yeah, it makes for good stream bait, doesn't it? People love seeing things fall down. We used to have America's Funniest Home Videos. Now we have this.
That's pretty true.
Well, it's just not like it's going to be any help at all. Okay. More beams.
Wait, before you do the second part, do you want to attempt to do this part to find out if it actually works before you build more structure on top of it?
No.
Or are you just going in with faith?
Yeah, I'm a good engineer.
All right.
I have faith in my abilities. Looks good to me. Looks perfectly well braced there. Well, yeah, I guess we just build like ladder rungs.
And then I guess you probably have to put nails in.
I think bracing is automatically nailed in.
Oh, okay. That's a separate control. Got it.
Yeah.
Lord Schooner says, if you finish this game, you receive a bachelor's in engineering. No, you get a associate's in it.
Yeah, I'll just brace the other side as well. That's physics, right? This is how physics works.
I mean,
Hang on. My
it's not a bad idea.
my physics professor is talking to me.
Are they expressing displeasure? Be like, Yachts, I taught you better than this.
Okay. Well, you know what we could do? Could build like a ramp up against this wall.
Ooh. Okay.
We just need some fixed beams.
I'm going to be very happy if it lets you do this. And it counts. Because I like it when games are like, do this thing, and then you do it, and they're like, I don't care how you did it. You just did it. That's all I asked. It's like a real...
Yeah, that's what I always liked about Teardown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've appreciated that in some of the like Divinity Original Sin from Larian, where they did Baldur's Gate 3. They'll have some of those in like their RPG missions, and it's like, look, how you did it doesn't matter. You have the item in your inventory, and you're here now. Good job. And I really appreciate it when games let you do that.
Perfect.
Cyril says, I don't care how you do it. Always makes me think of rocket jumping. Yeah, like rocket jumping. A beautiful thing that I'm assuming started based on doing something that wasn't intended.
Yes, this is going very well.
Oh, Speakeasy bringing up Manual Samuel.
Oh, yeah.
As that sort of game style, yeah. Which is pretty fun. From what I've seen. So I got to play that with Casey. It looked like a real hoot. Ooh, is that... Oh, I see what you're doing now. Okay.
Yes. Okay, this is gonna bloody work.
How are you gonna get to that side? Well, you might be able to jump to that. Let's find out.
With
If you build more
gumption.
rungs, I'm not sure if you could get around to it. I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, let's see how we do.
Sure, it's Kerbal expertise. Yeah, that's why this game looks interesting to me. Because, ooh.
Oh. Okay. It's fine. Looks good to me.
Still standing.
Yeah. There.
Ooh.
Okay.
So it can't hold your weight. Which part failed? I was looking at chat.
It's hard to pin down precisely what was the part that failed. To be honest with you. Let's start from scratch to a certain extent.
Need more Gorilla Glue. Yep.
Okay.
Cyrefall saying beyond happy that we got Adventure is Nigh. And was very sad the possibility of it was all over. Yeah.
We sure are.
Yeah. That Omar and Jack did some amazing work to get that together. And so happy.
Oh, logs as well as beams. That would have been useful. Those would have been useful to know about.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's start again.
Oh, there's 2 super chats in the live channel.
Yeah. Oh, I need to let everyone know that this week's Yahtzee Tries will be the last one that's on both channels. In future, you'll have to go to the Second Wind live channel to watch the live stream, but the edited highlights video will be out on the main channel.
Oh, dang, I'm sorry, live. I did not know there was also a live chat.
Okay, now this time we use beams. Logs, rather. Which can go super high, turns out. That's probably all we need to actually support the platform.
There are. Oh. All right, let me get to these super chats. So I did not know. I had Twitch up and I had the live channel up. I did not know it was also live on the main channel.
Yeah, that's what most people will be on, so yeah.
Oh.
We've probably got some super chats need reading out.
There are. Let me get to these. Dower Dodger Esquire with $5 says, Jesse, please tell me you have a themed Jeep that matches your shirt. I don't have, but I do have around our license plate for our car, the Jurassic Park, like green license plate thing. My partner got that for me. So, but it would be, it'd be fun to have a Jeep like that. Let's see. Obsidian Watch with $5. Says, hey everybody, hope today is good. Loved Fully Rablematic on Avatar. It was okay, but felt too much like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed with missing mechanics. Yeah, I watched your Fully Rablematic about that, I think today.
As everyone should. It came out today, this very morning. Did you play Avatar Frontiers of Pandora?
No.
No.
I haven't played any of the Avatar games.
No, I'm surprised by how little I've heard of. I've been hearing about it. It's like a major Ubisoft sandbox game. But they just sort of farted it out in mid-December, and now no one talked about it.
Yeah. I feel disconnected from the Far Cry sandbox thing, where it's kind of, we were talking about in some meeting about like the most watched television is like Yellowstone and
things I've never heard of.
Like some cop shows on CBS or FBI shows. It's like that's how I feel about like the Far Cry games, where it's like they sell so many, but like I don't like them. I don't really know anyone who likes them, and I don't know how they're still such a big thing. Like it's just so wild to me.
Oh God, these controls. Okay.
Oh,
I fell.
Oh, you're good. Get back up again.
Pick yourself up, dust yourself down, and start all over again.
Is
Okay,
that
is this working?
what song is that?
I don't know. I just my memory just conjured it.
Oh, that sounds. If you just made that up, that sounded too like spot on. Like that's definitely some children's show.
There was definitely a song I've heard.
If anybody knows what that is, tell me. But yeah, like I don't hear about him very much, and I find that so. But I feel that same way about the Avatar movie, where it's like, and you mentioned this in your Fully Ramblematic, like you don't know anyone that like really talks about it.
No, it's just one of those just really big in China things.
It can't be just that though, right? Like there's got to be some other market.
Like people who don't go on the internet.
Yeah. The people that are just, kind of satisfied with the life in front of them, maybe. They're just like, I don't know, it's a movie. I'll go see it.
What losers.
Oh, I think you got this one.
Oh. Yeah, I just had to wrestle with these terrible climbing controls. Hey, that was worth a beat.
Yeah, nice. I think you fell like twice, and it was still like, yeah, B's good.
Okay, all missions complete. So now what? Well, where's my prize? That's it? 6 green ticks? That's all you got? Fine, we'll just go back to the level select.
Tommy Salty with 10 PLN and says, Yahtzee, any plans to rewatch Titanic? Winky face.
No. I might go to YouTube and watch that one scene where Kate Winslet gets her tits out. It's interesting that James Cameron's first movie was Piranha 2: The Spawning, and then he just kept making ocean-related movies.
Maybe he found his niche.
Well, right. He made The Abyss, right?
I think that was James Cameron.
Yeah.
Let me double check that.
He just loves that ocean. James Cameron is to ocean what Quentin Tarantino is to women's feet.
He's got ocean fetish.
Yeah.
Yes, directed and written by James Cameron. Also, Maelstrom is saying that is Pick Yourself Up by Fred Astaire. Or Fred... Yeah, Astaire.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, that was a whole lot of unnecessary plot for this silly physics game. Okay.
Some people play it for the plot.
Build a fence to stop animals getting into the farm. Seems straightforward enough.
See how powerful these animals are. Also, CMB La 99 with $5 says, does anyone at Second Wind watch Jack Stuff at RLM? He just did their Christmas episode wearing a Second Wind shirt.
Oh, did he? It's not like that was coordinated within the company or anything.
Real random happenstance. Who would have known?
Yeah. Well, what can we do? He has decides his own shirts. Okay. Well, that seems like all you'd need for a fence. Tell me I'm wrong, game.
I see like a rhino just come plowing through it.
Looks good to me.
Oh,
You cheating animals! You didn't. I didn't know they were going to do that.
Oh, and it fell. All right, so you got to reinforce it and make it higher.
Huh. Okay.
Are those just like cats scaled up?
Sounds like a mild insult. You look like cats scaled up.
Thank you for my new favorite insult.
Let's start this again.
All right, can you build your posts higher, or is that as high as they can go?
We can build them that high.
Okay. All right, so that's a good start.
Okay. So we'll do that, and then yep, sheets.
Yep. Can we get some bracers?
No, bracer group.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, not the embracers, just the bracers.
I think we should maybe do some angled braces.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Would that
thinking.
work?
Like the Helm's Deep style.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, you
like
can
that.
do that. Perfect. Yeah. How many dozens of those can you make? Humane Shield with $4.99. Hi there. It says 2023 has been a weird year. Only games played was Dredge and RoboCop.
That's a weird pairing.
Yeah, that is. Also, news of Red Dwarf prequel in development seems a strange direction to go.
Okay.
Do you know about Red Dwarf prequel? Because I know you're a big Red Dwarf fan.
I hadn't heard they were making a prequel, although I've kind of fallen off on staying up to date with Red Dwarf.
Have they had?
I haven't watched the most recent season.
Oh, I didn't know it was still going on.
Yeah, it's still muddling along. The cast are all pretty geriatric at this point, but they're muddling on.
So is it canonically the same? It's actually the same season. It's not like, oh, we had a reboot. It's like, no, we're still just going forward.
Yeah, pretty much. Last I heard.
And I'm assuming it's not they haven't had one season every year since it started.
No, it's missed a couple of years. There's only been 12 seasons, and it's been running for 30 years.
Okay. Because that's not uncommon in British television, is it?
No. The classic sitcoms would only have 6 episodes to a season, and then there'd only be 4 seasons ever made. So Red Dwarf is unusually prolonged for a British sitcom.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you think physics are on my side here? Do you think
I
this
think
is
so.
a functional physics arrangement? Guess we'll find out.
I think we're going to stop some cats with this one.
Okay. Oh, bugger.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, okay. Nope. It's still
No. It's
still holding.
It's maintaining integrity.
Hey.
Somehow that still worked. In retrospect, perhaps I should have nailed the planks on. I guess perhaps I forgot to do that. You know what? I'm just going to do that again and see what happens if I do nail them on. Forget me own
That's
head
what-
next.
It's one of those things I love about these style of physics games,
Yeah.
where you could just leave off a very obvious part
Oops.
that, like, in reality you could not do because it wouldn't be held in this position. And like that's one of the things I love about Kerbal,
Yeah.
where it's like, it's so funny to have that element of reality just removed for a moment.
Okay. Let's see if they stay on this time.
That's a danger because now you've made a spike pit. Like there's just those nails are sticking way out.
Well, luckily no human beings are being hurled against it. Hey, look at that. Solid as a rock.
Whoa. That's literally not even moving. Oh, okay. It wiggled a little bit that time.
What?
Wait, how'd you get a worse score?
Maybe I used too many nails. Alright, next job. Pick some fruit. Oh, is this an Octodad mission?
Oh, okay, so you have to develop a way to get to the fruit.
No,
and pull it.
there's no building here. It's just get to the fruit. Just trying to remember all the bloody climbing controls.
Palash T with $1.99. Thank you so much. And says, lucky that Avatar came in just in time for the Bland 5.
Yeah, it's probably going to make it. Seems like a Ubisoft sandbox makes it to the Bland 5 every year. I hate to be predictable, but, you know, what can you do? They keep making these bland games.
What would you want? Because like you just said, you've played a lot of these Ubisoft sandboxes. What's something that they could do that would make you go, oh, that, you know what, that makes sense, and that would be fun for a Ubisoft sandbox to have this in it.
You know, I've been asked that before, I think on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main reason I keep saying Assassin's Creed should just stop, because I literally can't think of anything that would be a breath of fresh air for the franchise, because it has tried everything. It has tried linear games, it's tried sandbox games, it's tried 2D games, it's tried like cutting things back a bit, it's tried bringing more stuff back. It's done everything it could possibly do with the fucking ship mechanics. And I think the blood officially has been wrung out of the stone at this point.
Like, not even if they went dating sim, it would save it.
Who would you want to date? Who are the really interesting breakout characters in Assassin's Creed at this point?
I would vote Cassandra from Odyssey, but that's because that's the only one I've played. Well, I played a little bit of Black Flag.
Really? You never played any of the good ones, like 2?
No, I didn't like them.
You didn't like 2?
No, when Assassin's Creed came out, I tried playing it because I had a friend who had a 360 and was like, "You gotta play this game's wild," and I was like, I watched him play it and I was like, "Wow, it looks kind of cool." And then I picked up the controller and all you did was hold forward and A, because that was the parkour button, and that was it. That was the whole game. And like eventually be like, "Oh, I can sword fight. Oh, I can do it." But it was like so much of the traversal was just felt like autopilot, and that was so much of the game that it just, I didn't like it.
Did you play Prince of Persia: Sands of Time?
No,
That was like
I have not.
the parkour predecessor. And
Yeah,
there was still like a modicum of influence from it in Assassin's Creed 1, I'd say. Were you a fan of like the classic 3D platformers like Tomb Raider, where you'd have to micromanage the exact position to stand in and hold down the button to grab the ledge?
I didn't play a lot of them, so I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the genre. I do think the original Tomb Raider is like hands down one of the best games ever made, though. Like, I think that game is outstanding. Like, it holds a very special place in my heart, but also I just think it's really good. And yeah, the 3D platform, I think it's pretty awesome. But I haven't played a ton of them, so I don't think I can say definitively if I like the genre.
Fair enough.
And I also, this is the catch, I really hate collectathons. And a lot of 3D platformers are also collectathons.
You're not a Banjo-Kazooie fan.
I do not like Banjo-Kazooie, no.
Guess there's not much else you can do with platformers.
Well, I think that's why a thing like Tomb Raider worked. Because it had... the combat's not good in the sense of, like, I don't know, like engaging or like a lot of back and forth, but like it's stressful, and Tomb Raider has a lot of horror elements in it, and I feel like that works. And combat, the way to do combat, if you just hold the button, you can eventually just shoot everything to death, but you'll take a lot of damage when doing it. So in combat, the 3D platforming is how you do combat, because now it's not how do you jump around and move to a spot and climb things. It's how do you jump around and move while shooting and not using your hands. Or when you put the guns away to get to a spot, to then use the guns, to put them away. So it's more strategic. And I really like that.
Don't mind me, just going to clip through this barrel to see where I can nail this platform on.
Totally should.
Okay, well, let's get some bracing going.
Cool. After you finish this, I have a dumb idea. I want to see if it works, but I only want to see if it works after you finish it. Also, some super chats. John Connor, $5 Canadian, says, good to be seeing some more indie games in the best and worst and blandest now that these streams are free for all. Look out, AAA. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this looks secure.
Yes, I've built many a tree forts as a kid that looked quite like that.
Perhaps I should have slanted the bottom part inwards so it had a wider base. Oh well. Just has to stay up for like a second, doesn't it?
So your goal is just hold it aloft.
Yeah. Keep it
Oh,
up.
okay. Got it. Should work.
Oh, Eric just posted some Steam codes.
We're good. I think it's good. I think it's got it.
It's good. It's good. It's worth a C. Passing grade, bitch.
Nice. C for passing. That's what it means.
Oh,
Humane
boy.
Shield with another $1.99 says, Jesse, have you landed on Duna? I love Kerbal Space Program. No, I did not land on Duna. I did get into space once, maybe twice.
What's the movie?
But I have not landed.
What's that movie this is referencing?
I don't know. I know there's a thing like this in The Witcher, and then there's that game show that MXC is based on.
Was it First Night with a K? Knight's Tale? Was that
Knight's Tale? Maybe? I don't remember.
Ow.
Oh, I think it just saved you.
Ow.
Oh, it took you out, though.
Okay.
Thanks, Humane Shield. And Eric Weichart, hi, with the 100 R's. It says, I've had an idea for Assassin's Creed. You raise a kid, training him to be an assassin. Small jobs, farming, hunting, fishing, teaching, etc. Improve your stats to be the best. No revolution is effortless.
So it's like Assassin Monster Hunter. Or Assassin Pokemon.
Ooh, as someone who got in Monster Hunter Rise, I can see that working.
Aha!
That would just be adding another thing to the already they're doing a lot thing of Assassin's Creed. Oh, you got this. Just worm your way in. Yeah!
D minus. Still a passing grade.
That's all that counts.
Okay. Build a tree house.
SVS Guru 2000 with €5 saying, I don't think it counts as in space unless you achieve orbit. I did not achieve orbit, but I did hit the stars, kind of. And Flexipide, welcome to the Green Gang.
Man, this game's kind of fun.
It looks really fun. I want to try it.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, you're selling me on it.
This wasn't like a big thing. It's only got like 100 Steam reviews, last I checked.
Oh, wow.
There you go. We're doing our part for the interesting, lesser-known indie games.
Heck yeah. Love giving those indie games a shout. Snake in the Garden with €5 says, would Yahtzee consider trying some cozy or farm sims next week? Coral Island, Roots of Parka, Traveler's Rest, Sunhaven, etc., or Disney as well.
Well, we did Dreamlight Valley last week.
Yeah, or Disney was too much, smiley face.
I think the trouble with farming sims in this format is that you don't get a lot out of them in like an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are a real slow burn.
You got to plant things and then wait for them to come up. That's the essence of the cozy experience. Why isn't this letting me build it? Keep saying it's clipping in something. Okay, that'll do.
Jeremy Gola with $2. Hi, Jeremy. It says, what's the preferred platform for donation support?
I don't know. Nick. What's our preferred donation platform? I guess sign up with the Patreon.
I think if it's okay, we're gonna wait for Nick, but I believe if it's like regular support, it would be Patreon. If it's one-offs, then it would be Ko-fi.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody shout
yes.
Nick in chat. Or everybody look into your monitor and say Halo 3 times.
Let's summon him like it's Pee-wee's fucking playhouse. Well, I have no idea how strong these beams are, but
we might find out.
Yeah, I guess we just keep adding them until it says to stop.
Isn't it just going to tip over? Because you're only coming in on one side.
Well, there's nothing else to brace it on.
I guess that's true. Guess we'll find out. SVS Guru 2000 with another €5 and says, you should try My Time at Sandrock. Not farming, but workshop. Have you heard of My Time at Sandrock?
Yeah, it's like the sequel to My Time at Porsche, isn't it?
What's My Time at Porsche?
It's a game that's a lot like My Time at Sandrock.
What's My Time at Sandrock like, though?
It's like a 3D life sim thing. You know, plant flowers, give things to all your friends. Why can't I put any nails in? Or can I just not nail into something that's already been provided by the level?
Oh, maybe. Or can you not nail those types of supports? Like your nails aren't long enough.
I'm pretty sure I can nail these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just can't put nails through things that are already there. Like the treehouse. I can only nail through things that I've provided.
Do you like cozy games? Like the farming sim and stuff?
I like unwinding after a long day with a bit of Stardew Valley. Perhaps.
Okay. I want to ask you a question. And this might be a dumb question.
There are no dumb questions, only dumb people asking questions.
All right, cool. Well, then I might be a dumb person asking a question. So, I've never liked any of the life sim, cozy game, farm sims that I've ever played. And granted, I haven't played that many. And I don't like tedious work.
Okay.
I don't like repetitive stuff.
Well, I can see why you don't like them then.
Right. Okay. So all right. You're in my headspace now. This is good.
Yeah.
But I want to try and get into the genre. Is there a game that that can kind of satisfy my want for like the cozy experience, but doesn't hit those levels of.
So maybe you'd like a game that maybe had like a overtly dull core mechanic, but also had some awesome space exploration and space battles and interesting character stories with crew members.
I mean, that sounds like it could interest me. Yeah, actually.
Well, I think I might have a game for you then, Jesse Galena. It's called Starstruck Vagabond, and it's by this little indie developer I know. Ooh, someone help me out! I've forgotten the name. Chat.
Wow. All right, so all right. Like for real though, like as like a cozy game, I swear we did not script this. Look, okay, so as a cozy game, but doesn't have that sort of is like the interaction with crew members part of the sort of maintenance and routine of the coziness?
Sort of. They're always around.
Okay.
And they give you a little like bonus while you've got them around. And you chat to them and maintain relationships. And what I've got is this mechanic where they suggest what to do next of all the game mechanics you can use. Like they say, "Oh, we should do another delivery job," or "Oh, we should take one of these side gigs." And if you listen to them and follow their advice, then your relationship goes up with them because they're like, "Oh, I appreciate being listened to, Captain."
That's kind of cool.
Because I wanted to avoid just giving them presents to make them like you more.
Yeah. No, I really like that. Because I like I love relationship building in games. But yeah, the idea of just like you gave a present and they like you is such a poor representation generally of that.
Well,
what I thought it might.
It's teething trouble, but the brace, you'll note, is completely intact.
Well, yeah, it's not holding anything. It's
okay, so we just need to put something under the thing so it doesn't tip over.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
You got this. Dower Dodger, Esquire, with $20 and says, "Bravo, have some money for the shameless self-plug."
I didn't even plan it, yes. But, yeah, cozy games that actually have an interesting gameplay that's not just repeat. It's a tall order because sort of the essence of the cozy game is giving you like a nice, gentle, repetitive task.
Yeah,
to, like help you turn your brain off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Hard Space Shipbreaker, which has like some sort of dense sci-fi plotting going on, but I like it because just stripping spaceships apart bit by bit is a relaxing Zen experience.
Okay. Common Ninja, yes, there is a dinosaur cozy game. Paleo Pines, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. Where you get your dinosaurs to do the farming, which I did play it because it's dinosaurs, and yeah, it was still too repetitive for me. And there's a lot of you have to like walk to town, but your dinosaurs have stamina, and it's just like this is taking too long. I really hate when I move from point A to point B and nothing really happens.
Right. Okay, this is going to bloody work.
Lord of the Ring fans 193, welcome. You got 1 month of the green game. It says hello.
I see no way this could not work now.
It's totally going to work.
This might have to be the last bit before we move on to the next game.
Oh. Boy, that just fell right off, didn't it?
Yeah. Hang on. I think I have an idea for what to do.
No, I don't think any of the dinosaurs try to eat you in Paleo Pines. At least none of the ones I ran into did, and I did run into some meat eaters, I think. Snake in the Garden with €2 and says, also plug Jesse's RPG books featured in Adventures Nigh. Yeah, Grinderbin's mobile market of ridiculous magic items.
I've heard that is a great and useful book for one's home D&D campaign when requiring weird out there magical items with which to amuse your players.
That's very true, and they're so low powered, you can give multiple to your players and they won't break the game.
Yay.
Thanks for the layup on that dunk.
No worries.
Is a layup, do you do the layup and then a dunk? I don't know how basketball works.
I don't know. I thought layup was just what you do on Sunday.
Patris says you need cross beams.
Oh, that sounds technical.
Do we need cross beams? Because last time it just kind of like hit and fell over. So it seems like there's nothing. Can you like build some supports going up the other side? So when it tries to tip over, it'll hit a board and not tip?
Hang on. I'm going to put one more beam bracing this thing here.
Cool. I support this decision.
And if this doesn't work, well, I'm just going to give up. Like all true great architects.
DMB Land 99 gives an $2. Says, but where can you buy such a D&D book? You could buy it at rexiconjesse.itch.io.
It's
so
not
like
just
that
for
thing
indie games.
It's not. There's a huge tabletop RPG presence at itch.io. It's a great platform. So yeah, my name.itch.io, rexiconjesse. Which is actually currently the one, not my real name. So, hey, makes it even easier.
Oh. Well,
it's also... Oh, no!
It stayed up for half a second longer that time. Okay, bye-bye the Enjenir. No, surprisingly fun, that game.
Yeah, I want to play this. I'm really looking into it.
Go and support it. It's only got 106 reviews on Steam. 95% positive, though. But our next game, which doesn't let me run it windowed, so that's a pain in the ass for a start. That's a point off before we even started. Cookie Cutter. I need to concentrate hard when I pronounce it. Because I have a feeling I'm going to do what Marty did at one point and call it Cookie Clicker.
I never even thought of that. Dang.
Oh Christ.
Oh, I should have warned you. It's so loud at the beginning.
Yeah,
if you turn the volume down in game, it doesn't care until you get to the menu.
I'll turn
and
it
the
down.
Opening cutscene will also be loud.
I'm turning it down in the Windows volume mixer. Haha, foiled game.
Nice. Alexander Pontier with $4.99 says, Yahtzee, do you have any ideas for another high fantasy like Mogworld, but not like Mogworld? By the way, I think your writing style is really fun.
No, I don't really have much interest in writing high fantasy at this point. I got the third book in the Jacques McKeown trilogy is coming out soon, though.
Which one's that?
We'll Leave the Galaxy
name of the
for
book.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called We'll Leave the Galaxy for Good.
Do you have a release date for it?
I think it's going to be the audio book version will be out in April. But anyway, we must talk about this game because there's no subtitles apparently.
Yeah, there's not. It's
So we need to explain what's going on.
Presumed lost like all others. But one day
Bit of an oversight in this day and age.
emerged from the heart of the megastructure with incredible knowledge.
especially since like I have like hearing problems, so like subtitles are just nice to have.
Yeah. I mean, even
Like,
if you don't have hearing problems, if I want to like put a podcast on while I'm playing a game, and there's just like an odd cutscene here and there that I want to be able to follow, having subtitles is very nice.
Yeah.
So, well, the plot is there's this Dyson sphere, and some dude built a community and discovered great technology or something, and created robots that are powered by human souls or something.
No one knows what was found in the shadows centuries
I don't
ago,
know.
or the
Hills are
true
involved?
nature of the power
This
they
narrator's voice is very
The
dreary.
promise
It's hard to focus on.
was a lie. The Denzels aren't blissful, eternal vessels for devoted souls. They are the mechanized prisons of industrial slaves, bound forever to the will and whim of the noble corporation.
The will and
I-
the whim, no less. Both of those.
Tyranny, but their efforts are hopeless. Infonet's twisted armies are just too powerful.
I really like that previous shot of super buff robots with just big happy faces.
I stood by as lives were destroyed.
That's a type, and I love it.
I will end this. My only hope is to know what they know. For that, I must follow in their footsteps and journey to the heart of the megastructure. I built my own Denzel, one beyond their control. I've manufactured Denzels
Okay.
before.
So in this
But
game,
this
we
one
are a
was
female robot
different. This
that was made
creation,
different to the other
not
robots.
construction.
Sort of Mega Man style, I
As
guess.
the spark of her took hold, there was something.
Oh, and
Something I
apparently
didn't
we're our
expect.
creator's sex doll.
Something I didn't even know.
I mean, that
was
is what
looking
we
for.
are. We are a
I've-
sex doll.
I don't think it was like the purpose of the creation, but that is what it seems to have become.
Yeah.
She
Bit
is my
iffy, you know.
happiness. We
in terms
shared
of power
both our life
dynamics.
together, but we still
I mean, this
planned
is her
to
mum.
find the truth. We just never got the chance.
But is it
Because one night,
like does
What other-
creator have to automatically equal parental?
Well, yeah.
Does it though? I mean, we're talking sci-fi weirdness here.
If you create a sentient being, you are its parent. And that the power dynamic is off there because, you know, you could have decided not to create them. You could decide to uncreate them. So they might be fucking you out of a sense of self-preservation rather than out of genuine affection. That's why like society frowns upon power imbalance in relationships. I mean, was the option to not fuck their creator presented to this robot?
I don't know. It might have been.
Oh, that's some evocative animation.
Yeah. I feel like this part, the animation is like... It's not the same as when you get into the game proper, and I like this part of the animation, and then when you get into the game, it's like, oh. It's not bad, but it doesn't strike me
And why would
the same.
I do that? Really, Shinji?
Just let her be, Salem.
I don't think so. Hey, the gates.
Oh, and those robots are literally called dickheads because their heads look like dicks. Is that what we're going with
Wait!
here?
That would make sense. Also, I never looked at them. They do look like dicks.
Yep, we're going for a vibe here, aren't we?
Yeah. that was the problem I was having when I was playing it on Monday, where it was like, there's some very clear choices being made, and some of them I appreciate, but as a whole, like
Good morning, kiddo.
I'm not convinced that all of the choices are rooted in purpose, and that makes me question them as choices.
Interesting.
I'm gonna take that.
Because, like, if it's hyper-violent, but it's hyper-violent for a reason. Like, I love 13 Assassins. That's a fantastic movie. And there's so much blood and guts, and it's very violent. But, like, it is very violent for very specific reasons. And in watching it, you know, you understand what this all means. So when I'm uncertain of that, then it's like, all right, am I missing something, or is the narrative missing something?
Better believe it.
Well, that's great, but more importantly, our vagina is talking to us.
Regina? Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
waste any time, dude.
You know.
I don't know who this dude is. I mean, last I knew, we were getting beaten up by bloke stealing our creator who we were fucking.
Fine, you big baby.
And now I guess we've had a bit of a time jump and we've been repaired and there's this
That's
man.
hurtful. I'm working on me. Thanks. Glad we resolved this. Off you go.
I do
Yeah,
like
it's-
when, like, considering this character was created as a sex doll,
Shinji's lots.
I kind of like how their character design reflects a complete lack of sexuality whatsoever at this point.
Like with that awkward posture.
Yeah, like their skirt flies up and you can see their panties, and it's still kind of just kind of gross.
It does have a lot of that. Someone was comparing like Earthworm Jim, that like 90s gross out kind of style where everything was just kind of off enough to be a little like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, there's the obvious Tank Girl comparison, but
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider Tank Girl that gross out.
no, I guess it
art
was all
style.
like characters were still kind of sexy in there. What about
Yeah,
gorillas?
Convenient.
That's like, what's like the stage after? Like proto gross out? Yeah.
Yeah, proto
'Cause
gross
it's-
out.
It's better looking than that, and it's not quite as gross, but it does hit some of those like key points that make it evocative of that without actually being gross.
Physics are a little bit floaty.
All right, let me catch up with this super chat. Kalash T $99 says, "Hope they improve the rating for GTA 6. 5 was less than 4." You played 4 and 5 GTA,
I've
right?
played quite a few GTAs, yes. And I've did a whole video once on why I really like the protagonist of GTA 4 as a character. But I'd say all Rockstar games have a pretty high standard writing-wise.
Don't be shy to defeat any potential threats.
Yeah, I haven't. I've played a little bit of 4, and I haven't played any of 5.
Yeah, 4 sort of lets itself down with some kind of dodgy gameplay choices.
Yeah.
5 is better, but the characters are all kind of dickheads. I mean, which is arguably the point.
I mean, but okay, if you could have a dickhead character, that's fine. But like,
Be careful. The Gorns
I need a reason to want to be around a character in like a game or a movie or a show. Like, if they're like, there's got to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be sympathy, but there's got to be something.
Old game. Why are you doing this to me? If you're going to have 2D movement, let me just use the digital pad.
Oh well. Oh yeah, it won't let you use the D-pad.
Yeah, probably because they're reserving it for something else.
They are. Down is your healing.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the other ones do.
is inglorious
I don't
friendship
like
and
using the analog stick for like 2D platforming.
Yeah.
I find it a bit loose, a bit too loosey-goosey for me.
All right, here's a age-based question. Do you know, like, I don't know if your kids are old enough to play video games. I don't know how old they are.
They're getting there.
Okay. Do you know any
They-
like younger people who grew up with analog sticks that do not feel that way? They're like, oh yeah, use an analog stick for movement, regardless if it's 2D plane or not.
I've never interacted with anyone who has countered me on this subject, I guess.
Oh, okay. Because I'm very curious, because from you and I, in our age group, that like the D-pad was the default, and that analog sticks came along later. And I'm curious about people who grew up like where their first controller was like a GameCube or an Xbox or PS2, where that's just always been there.
Perhaps we could blow their mind. They say, "Oh, I've never really liked 2D platformers." They will say, and then we'll say, "Hey, kid, want to try that old D-pad one of these days?" And they go, "My God, you were right. I was blind. I should read a book. Books are tops, Daddy-o." They will say.
Terrible Bishop says, to be fair, N64 had a stick as well. It had a stick. I would argue that it's in a different class than the analog sticks that came the generation after and that we still use today. Like, I feel like it's too clunky and chunky and doesn't have the sort of, like, smooth support of what modern analog has. That started at, like, PS2 era. But I don't know. Someone could make an argument against me on that.
Okay. That terminal didn't really do anything.
Oh, I didn't see which one it was. It might have been just the checkpoint one. Which touched...
It was telling me something about burgers.
Oh, yeah, there's a few things, and I was also playing on stream, so I didn't get to read them. But there are some, like, I guess, flavor text. I'm not sure. Also, Besmirch with $5. Hey, Besmirch, says Jesse. I was proud to have my item included in the book. Everyone should get it. Oh, thanks, Besmirch.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
when I
nice.
did the Kickstarter for Grinderbins, one of the tiers was pay this much, and you can make an item, and I'll put it in the book, and we'll work together to make it work. Besmirch was one of the people.
Nice.
It's where we got some real choice items, including one of my favorites called Bear Trap, which is a bear trap that, when disarmed, summons a bear. So it's a real win-win.
So if the bear trap successfully trapped a bear, and then you removed the trap from the bear, you would then have two bears?
Yeah, the point is to use it against someone else. So, like, you place a bear trap to catch someone or something. And then
I
if
see.
they discover it and they disarm it, they then summon a bear.
Like a specific bear? Or does it
just a
just
bear.
does it just conjure a bear from nothingness? Does it like teleport a bear from the wilderness, or create a new bear that has no understanding of its purpose in the universe?
That's open to the GM. I always enjoy it's teleported from somewhere and always arrives like confused and upset
Yeah.
whenever it's
Well,
summoned
look at
creature.
that. You found my backpack. I got to be honest. I thought you were going to die. So listen, this sector has two different exits. Take this here key to open the gates.
Steffi Jarek saying analog was my default when I was a kid. Steffi, do you use the D-pad when doing 2D games, or do you use the analog stick? You're currently our test subjects of 1.
There you go. Okay. So I did play this a little bit before today, and there's two places you can go from the start. You can go to the left area, or you can go to the right area. Which would you say is the best area?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember.
Okay, left it is.
Perfect.
Gotta start somewhere. Okay. I find I struggle with getting the parry to work in this game.
Yeah, so it's really powerful because it's kind of an instant kill.
Yeah.
So I guess it's supposed to be hard to do. I
Yeah.
always struggle with parries. So
There are games where I can parry really well, but this one seems to be really dodgy on the timing.
I know Casey was saying he thought the parry system was too easy for how powerful it was.
Well, maybe if you get a bit more practice with it.
Maybe. Also, Casey is the Souls champ, so like...
Yeah. And
he's
he
just-
plays
he's just-
fighting games like a
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays Smash with no items. What? What is that?
Okay. Okay, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Okay, bugger it.
If you don't want to die, if you hold, they haven't told you this yet, but if you hold down on the D-pad, it'll use the white energy and heal you.
No, it does tell you that in the tutorial.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I
wasn't
kind of
sure if you
forgot
got
about
there
that. First time I played, I just sort of entirely forgot I had that ability. And got my ass kicked. But now I know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Something about the art style of this game that reminds me of... Okay, bear with me on this. It reminds me of point-and-click adventures from the mid to late 90s when they were only just getting used to having really high resolutions.
I can definitely see that.
It reminds me of Hopkins FBI.
Not played. I haven't played a lot of point and click, so I'm not familiar with that one.
Even people who like point and clicks probably haven't played Hopkins FBI because it sucked.
Now I have to look it up. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Oh my gosh, this art. Wow.
Did you find any of the dodgy pictures?
This is... Wow.
Yeah. Like
That is... That does look like high resolution for the first time. That's wild. Also, Dower Dodger Esquire, 1 month in the Green Gang, says, what if Bear Trap summoned Winnie the Pooh? It could. That's up to the DM. Is the bear it summons.
Okay. Which way now?
I always do the thing of looking at the map and then... Oh, wait. Go back to your map real fast. Okay, got it. Yeah, I always just look for, like, oh, is there a thing that, like, a way that I haven't gone yet, where it's just the map ends? And I always just look for those Metroidvanias or Scrutinanis have told me that's how you do it.
Usual routine.
Amy over in one of the YouTubes says, I also grew up with analog sticks. It came down to the game for me. Some games benefit from the accuracy of the D-pads. Others benefit from the precision of the stick.
Okay.
That makes sense. It says, for example, Celeste is best with the D-pad to ensure you nail the precise jumps, where Ori benefited from the 3D degrees of movement on the analog stick. Ooh, those are...
If you say so.
I can see that. Because that's like, when I played Super Metroid, I really wanted the analog stick to work, and the game wasn't designed this way, but I wanted to be able to control the arc of my angled shots.
Right. Okay, combat takes a bit of getting used to. It's a bit Smash Brothers-y. I can see why KC likes it. But I think I'm getting the hang. still really hate having to use the analog stick, though.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice. Like, you saying it, I was like, oh, you're right. But, yeah, it didn't even register when I was playing it the other day.
Well, maybe it's just me then. Maybe it's my persnickety ass.
You get one of those moddable controllers and just have 3 D-pads instead of 1 D-pad and 2 analog sticks.
Yeah. Okay. I just sort of started randomly pressing buttons, and one of them just happened to be the parry button at exactly the right time.
Oh, well, good job.
I might have given the false impression that I'm good at games for a second there.
Tomix1199 gives $10 and says, whenever Jesse sits with his head straight against his headrest, facing the camera forward, his headset blends in with the headrest, and it looks like he wears comically large headphones.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it absolutely does. I'm not sure if I should lean into this or if I should get some sort of like cute thing to put on the cans. And there's like little like dinosaur heads or something that are a different color that aren't just black. Or just be like, have people because this topics, you are definitely not the first person to say this. I had someone sent a picture of it too on me on Twitter, and it's just a little screenshot, and it does look like I just have absolutely comically large headphones.
Why are my character's hips so broad all of a sudden? Is that because we were just broken and put back together, and now our hips are a bit bandy?
I don't know. That's one of those, a really good point on one of those, like, they've made a very clear stylistic choice, and I'm not 100% sure why, or if it was, like, a purposeful choice.
Right. You think maybe it was just... Because they're going for a sort of post-punk aesthetic, but do you think... think some of it is just, like, for the sake of it, and some of it not?
That's how I kind of feel, but, like, I don't want to say that's the way it is, just because I'm not intelligent enough to pick up on why, if the clues are there or it comes up later. And it's like, oh, that's explained later, and all these reasons. So, like, I don't want to say, oh, yeah, this was a bad decision, and they shouldn't have done it. But it's not clear that it's a purposeful decision. So that still makes it an odd choice for me. And I think maybe part of it is there's a bunch of choices that are making me think that. And so it adds to my doubt that it's purposeful.
Okay.
Where, like, all of these things have, like, these are robots, right?
Yes. Yeah,
but they're
robots of
very
some kind.
Yeah, but they're very bloody. You're pulling, like, some sort of tongue out of them.
It's robot blood.
I mean, it could be.
I think there's a lot of detail that's kind of getting lost because of the aforementioned art style problems.
Yeah, that was a massive problem I had when I was playing it, is they have these those flashy takedowns. They don't even register to me what's happening because there's so many, like, colors and overlapping elements.
Yeah.
And there's no anticipation in it.
The character design's kind of cluttered.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to, like, really take in what our character's wearing and what's clothes and what's tattoos and all that.
Right. And, like, I like the idea. I love a mix of organic and inorganic material. So, like, robots with fleshy parts, like, sure, I'm on board if that's the thing you're going for.
Yeah. And I like post-punk as an art style, but I'm not sure this game really embraces it that much. Because post-punk for me is stuff like Killer 7, No More Heroes, Persona 5. in like video game design. And when you get past the actual characters and their animation of this, and you look at stuff like, you know, the numbers that come out of them when they die, it's all fairly vanilla.
Yeah, it doesn't match that style.
Yeah. There's a mashup of clean and dirty, almost. If you see what I'm saying. I'm not entirely convinced that it works for me.
Right, and that would make sense in this weird dystopian setting of having a mix of clean and dirty. But yeah, the way it's all put together doesn't quite sell it as purposeful.
Yes. Let's smoke our pipes and talk about it some more.
Yes, very much so. We're so good at judging. Oh, see, you're remembering to use the dodge button. That's good.
I literally just remembered that it exists.
I forgot the entire stream. I forgot it exists. I kept going, oh no, I need to use that, and then I would just get my face pushed in. And it's like, it's L trigger, and that is just never the dodge button for me.
Yeah, it's a weird button for dodge. Heal. Just take 5, gentlemen.
Yeah, I just finished playing Bayonetta 2, so I absolutely should have switched it to R2 for the reflexes. Also, I don't know if you can remap controls in this game.
Hang on. You can remap keys.
Okay, you can. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, you can remap your buttons.
All right, so
You
no
can't-
subtitles,
yeah.
but
No subtitles, and you can't play it windowed, but yeah, there's that. Oh.
nice.
Ow.
Also, those two guys are robots, but then that guy in like the hoodie who shoots stuff at you.
He's that
Like-
one guy from Dead by Daylight, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know which one you mean.
The guy in the hoodie and the funny mask.
Oh, the Legion? Maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The one who's not the ghost face from Scream.
Yeah, it's probably Legion. Yeah, like, is that supposed to be a person, or is that also a robot?
Well, it's got a neon face.
I mean, that doesn't mean much. Yeah, anybody can have a neon face. Slap that on. Lori Bean Barnes also asked, why is it called Cookie Cutter?
Good question.
Yeah, I
It's kind
do
of
not know.
It's kind of an awkward name.
I'm gonna assume it definitely comes up later in the story.
I think so. I think I remember a character saying it. Although in reference to what, I can't say. And like the key art does prominently feature our character holding up a big chainsaw. Is that something we're going to get?
I never got it. I got... The only upgrade I got, I think, was the double jump in my time
You
playing.
know, I was going to say, looking at the level design, I have a strong suspicion the very first ability they're going to give us is double jump.
Good call. It is.
That's pretty bog standard as Metroidvania goes, isn't it? I mean, I
That
don't
or-
really have any suggestions for a more creative alternative, but, you know, you start with the wall jump, I don't know.
Okay, what about this for a creative alternative? You have a screen lock, but you can move your character, and then you can Pac-Man across the screen. So, like, if you lock the screen, but then move to the left, and then once you get to the edge of the screen on the left, you'll reappear on the right. and then you can unlock the screen. So use it as like a traversal and puzzle mechanic.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that could be interesting. It's also
So you
a
could
little
use
bit,
that.
It's a little bit post-punk.
Oh! They can hire me to help design the sequel. Lori Barnes gives 10 Canadian, says, "Hey Yahtzee.
Hi.
Love you guys sticking it to the Escapist. Just wondering if you are working on or planning on a sequel to the Differently Morphous series."
Well, yes. Well, first of all, there's already a sequel to Differently Morphous called Existentially Challenged, out in audio and print now. But yes, I am planning to continue that series. I'm finishing up the Galaxy for Food trilogy next. That's my next book is coming out soon. And I always pictured that as a trilogy, but I always pictured the Differently Morphous Data Files books as a sort of Monster of the Week ongoing thing. I always pictured it being adapted into a BBC tea time detective drama with monsters.
Wait, what's a tea time detective drama?
You know, like Midsummer Murders or Poirot.
Okay. My partner loves Midsummer Murders, and I was curious. I was like, I think that's what he's gonna say, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Midsummer Murders is one of those weird things that sort of reflect a standard genteel British TV thing that's sort of become anomalously popular internationally. I think everyone was a little bit confused as to why the Great British Bake Off was such a huge international hit as well. I think it's just a reality show where people are nice to each other. It was really novel for some reason.
Yeah, they are pretty nice. It's like Face Off that used to be on Sci-Fi, a reality show where people were just nice to each other, and it was delightful. Also, Noel Fielding sweaters, I think, helped blast that into international fame. And David Ladow with $5, and a bunch of balloons surrounding a 5 on that message. I don't know why, but that's kind of neat. It says, "Any toilets in this game? Also, best toilets in a game?" I ask because my Instagram and TikTok are just capturing clips of toilets in video games.
I guess my first thought is the toilet in No More Heroes 3 that's also the Ubisoft-style tower thing that reveals things on the map.
Really?
Yeah, you unblock the toilet, and then all the mission icons appear for that area on the map.
That's pretty funny. I haven't played No More Heroes 3.
I'd say I'd recommend it if you're a fan of the series.
I've played a very small amount of the first one, so I have no idea if I'm a fan or not.
It's fan servicey if you are.
Like, it's fan servicey to the series.
Yeah, it's also pretty self-indulgent for Suda51.
Okay.
Who's, normally self-indulgent, but this is like his big old author insert series. Ow. Damn, these guys are pissing me off.
Oh, thank you, George Lucas. I will get to that. Good toilets in games. Oh, what was that game? I guess Toilet Quest. Was that the name of the game?
Well, Jet Set Willy famously starts with you going down a toilet.
Jet Set Willy?
Yeah, it's a classic Spectrum and Commodore 64 game.
Oh, okay. Oh, the game I'm thinking of was Toilet Chronicles. Okay. That has pretty good toilets. So that'll get my vote for you, David.
Okay, I don't have any weapon power, so I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah, your big fist.
Yeah.
But it uses the... Oh, boy. You are in some trouble here. Also, Dr. Zebra, $1.99 super chat. Thank you. It says, is that...
My head fell off.
This is from a while ago, and also I can't hear game audio, so I have no idea what it was. It says, is that sound effect from Tears of the Kingdom?
I don't know which sound effect you're on about.
Zebra, if you mentioned which sound effect, I am curious. But also, I haven't heard any sound effects. And I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, so it'll be extra lost on me. But I still want the information.
I like how Doom used, like, all its sound effects were from, like, stock sound effect libraries that are all very commonly used sounds. But the game is so popular that there's half a dozen sounds now that every time you hear them you think, that's the Doom sound. Like the sci-fi door sound that Doom uses. It shows up in movies an awful lot.
See? And that's... my ignorance helps me here. I've never played Doom, so I don't have that. I've probably heard those Doom sound effects all over the place and never noticed. I do notice the Dark Souls sound effects, though.
Yeah. Okay. Doing better this time, I think.
Nice, you got it.
God, I hope
you-
I'm winning somewhere in the middle of this cluster of sprites.
I was going to ask, a huge problem I had was keeping track of my character
Yeah.
and what was going on. Like, in individual screenshots, things look nice, but in actual play, I would get absolutely lost in the cluster of it all.
Go away, I'm healing. Oh, I died again.
I don't think they care. Panboy says, your second win, you must fire this man who has never played Doom. Get out of here. No.
You've got a lot of
that's
blind
it.
spots, haven't you? You've never played Zelda
I do.
recently, did you?
Yeah, I had only played, which hopefully we'll get back into. I'd only played Ocarina of Time, and then I got to play Link to the Past with Marty. And yeah, so that's a huge blind spot, was the Zelda series. But that just means I get to experience them for the first time now, which is cool. And I do have Doom on my list because I do want to play it as someone who's never played Doom and just like completely out of the context of the time period and the nostalgia of just, hey, is it fun?
Offer an entirely fresh perspective.
Yeah.
That's valuable. People get lost in their own nostalgia a lot.
Yeah. That's why I've, like, when I have to talk about, like, the original Silent Hill or, like, Tomb Raider, where it's like, look, I'm going to talk this game up like it is the greatest thing in the world. But I understand it might not be. Like, do know that.
Okay, just got to be careful. Just got to keep my head in the game.
You can use your Y punch when they're in that ball lightning form and punch them out of it.
Okay. I will remember
Which
to
is-
mash that button when I am mashing all the buttons.
Oh, don't mash that button there. You'll just drain your power, though.
Aha.
Yeah, I found... Yeah, it uses some of your white power source, whatever that's called. Don't call it a white power source, though. That's the wrong term.
No, it's not that at all.
No. Whatever that is, the energy type is, it does use some of it, but it's a really powerful punch.
Okay, I'm losing my concentration here. Gotta keep my head in the game.
Ooh, Cyrepole's saying
Oh,
Final Fantasy.
parry!
Nice! Saying Final Fantasy VIII is that game for me. Love it to bits. I know there's lots of nostalgia. Yeah. I haven't played 8, but that's one of the... I'm also curious how that
People
would play
seem to
today.
like it.
Yeah, it seems to be a real cult classic, which is weird for a game as big as Final Fantasy. But it's kind of like 9, where it's like there are the people who love it, and then everybody else who hasn't played it.
I really like 9.
what I played of 9 was really fun. But I was borrowing a disc from a friend, and the end of disc 1 was scratched, and I couldn't. So it's like, oh well, that was a fun like 8 to 10 hours.
I remember buying one of the Tex Murphy games on like physical CD, and I played it for who knows how long, but it turned out the disc 3 had a big scratch on it.
Oh no!
So I switched. First time I had to switch to disc 3. That just end of your time with this game. Sorry.
Dang, that's rough. Lori Barnes, hello again, with 5 Canadian, and says, Victor's line, I'm a pyrokinetic. I start fires with my mind, not with my hands, is a persistent reference among my friends.
Huh.
Assuming that's from
that's
one of your
from
books?
Differently Morphers, yeah.
Oh,
I was doing a sort of play on the old trope where people with powers use their powers by holding their hand out, and the magic comes out of their hand.
Yeah.
But that didn't make much sense to me. If your power was to light fires with your mind, then surely it can come out of wherever.
I like that.
So we have I had a character sort of disable that character's hands, and then the dude says that line. I start fires with my mind, not my hands.
That's good. I like that.
Well, we eventually got through that.
Good work. And also Marcus Mowat? I'm very curious how you pronounce that. Mouyat. Gives to whatever that money is. Say there's going to be so much Rule 34 of her.
Well, the game kind of has enough of it to go around.
Yeah, it's got a little bit in game.
I know, this strikes me as a game that's sort of deliberately trying to put the kibosh on that.
Yeah.
With her skirt constantly flying up to reveal her unflattering granny panties.
Mm-hmm.
Like saying, hey, just try to jerk off to this, asshole.
Like, oh, you're gonna do that? Well, we already did it in the game. Let's take a screenshot.
And the really unflattering haircut.
Oh, I do love the haircut.
With the trucker cap.
Not a huge fan of the trucker cap, but I love the haircut. But I also like those weird... Oh, you have a projectile?
Yeah, I picked it up. Did you?
Oh, I never used it. No, I don't think I ever used it.
You had a projectile. Well, now we see your problem. Well, this is somewhere I've been. Why am I going to the objective? Took a wrong turn somewhere, I fear.
I'm also not sure on the level, not so much the level design, like the way you move through the level, that all works fine, but like the level context, I guess. Like
I'd welcome some. Yes.
Yeah, like where are you? Why is this ceiling electrified?
Well, according to the map, we're in the robot factory.
But what is this portion of the robot factory?
I don't know. Well,
yeah, like I feel like it's not giving us that sort of understanding of where we are and why we're there, or like its purpose.
Right. Okay, we were supposed to go left.
Yeah, Jed was saying sense of place, context, and function. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all getting kind of lost behind the lines of the level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only really registering it as wall, platform, get over.
Right. And there's like stuff, like there's barrel, there's paper, there's these burning furnaces, which great animation
Yes.
on those. But like still not sure on the why.
Yeah, Marty's always talking about game environments having a sense of place, and that's not what this game's got.
Yeah. Spot on. The ghost of Marty speaks within us.
I also feel like the combat's sort of trying to be button mashy and precise at the same time.
I can't comment because I feel like I'm just bad at it. So I don't know.
I mean,
It's-
I really feel like button mashing is being rewarded because it usually stun locks dudes.
See, I was having the opposite problem where if I would mash buttons, I would get punished because they would just do a powerful hit through my combos.
Yeah, you just have to watch out for them winding that up and then do like a quick blodge, not blodge, block or dodge. Do
A
a quick
blodge.
block or dodge. That is to say, blodge out of the way.
Yeah. If it's either or, then it's a blotch.
I should have a snack before I do these streams.
I do recommend it. I had some lo mein before I started.
I think
So-
I got a muesli bar sitting around in the office somewhere for my mid-afternoon pep.
Wait. Okay, muesli is just granola without sweetener, right?
Okay, granola bar. I have a granola bar lying around.
Oh, okay. I was curious if you just had an unsweetened granola bar, and I was like, that sounds wild.
In the UK, we would call a granola bar a muesli bar, even though
Okay.
it's more correctly granola, because as you say, granola is sweetened muesli.
Yeah.
Muesli and granola are not the same thing, Camden Ninja. I learned this the hard way. First time I was in America picking something for breakfast, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll have this muesli. I was like putting unrefined brown sugar in my mouth.
Yeah, it can be real
Yeah.
sweet.
But you can get muesli in this country. I get like Bob's muesli at the Whole Foods, which is not sweetened like granola, and you can convince yourself is healthy to eat at breakfast.
Yeah. I didn't try muesli until after we all went to Wisconsin, and you and Amy were talking about it. And so I bought some at like a Trader Joe's and had it with like some honey yogurt. And I was like, sweet, because I didn't put granola in my yogurt because it's really sweet. Yogurt is usually, if it's, like a honey or a fruit yogurt, like it's already sweet enough. So I never wanted to mix them.
I eat my muesli with plain Greek yogurt.
Wow. That's
Although
impressive.
I sweeten it up by adding some craisins and some chopped pineapple.
Ooh. Okay, that does sound good.
Oh, I've just noticed I'm out of like power. Whoops. How to get power back? You punch things. Seems to be the go-to way. Thusly. Oh, bugger, I died.
Oh. Checkpoint. Marcus Moyat with another 5. It says the first half is either Moy M-O-Y or My M-Y. Okay, if I ask how to pronounce your name, you cannot give me multiple ways to do it. You gotta tell. It's either Moy or My. It can't be both.
Look at this crap out. He got stuck in a door.
Oh. Oh, and then he still hit you. Okay, so Marcus Moyat says the first half is either moy or my. The last bit is at, e.g. chocolate. Okay, so at, but chocolate or proletariat. But that's an et, not an at. That would be like et, not at, right?
Oh, God.
Says I want to change it, but changing details will suck. That's fair. Okay, so it's moy at, or my at, or moyet, or myet.
Who are these guys now?
There's the squids.
Squid's just sort of thrown in unceremoniously there.
Yeah. You may want to heal. Oh, shoot. That's a good hit. Wait, so Marcus, what do you want to change it to? Why can I not scroll? There we go. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Giving me back control.
I've had enough of you, ranged attack man.
Yeah, those guys are pretty brutal. Few people commenting about the music throughout the stream, and yeah, I like the music in this game that I remember.
Well, we've got a fairly generic loop playing at the moment.
So maybe not this song, but the songs I remember and I like.
Okay. Ow! Piss! Urine micturation. Another one gets stuck in a door. That's a pretty damn repeatable glitch we just found.
It's weird. Yeah, I didn't have that problem. That's wild. It happened to me twice.
So, some of the enemies are robots, and some of them are hoodie men, and we just saw some squids, and we also have whatever the hell this is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what sort of weird deep sea creature in polka dot underwear this is.
Makes me think of those things you kill in Splatterhouse a lot. They're just sort of goopy monsters.
Are we gonna keep talking about games I've never played? There's another
play
one.
some fucking games. How many games have you not played?
I'm gonna say most of them.
Have you played Half-Life?
No, I have not played Half-Life.
Jesus Christ. Okay, what have you played?
Let's see. I have played Super Mario Kart.
Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, I've played Super Mario Bros. Like, I've played all the NES and Super NES Mario Brothers. I have not... I've played, like, a little bit of, like, Super Mario Wii. I haven't played any of the 3D Marios. Like, Galaxy, 64, Sunshine.
Well, if you don't like collectathons, I can see why.
Yeah, but if they're fun to move around in, because I love the platforming abilities, like, I kind of want to try Super Mario 64 again for the first time because I got the Switch and just play it and be like, ooh, like, is this fun? Again, like, out of context of the time and out of the nostalgia for it. It seems like it would be fun.
Ow. It's them bloody ranged attack guys again.
I have played Final Fantasy 6 and 7. Both, I think, are very good games.
Well, that's something.
Yeah. All those SNES Danky Kangs. those Divinity games, those Soulsy games. And I played Chance of Sonar. That's it, though. That's the end of it.
That's all
and
the
I guess
games
Dead
you've
by
played.
Daylight. Yeah, that and Dead by Daylight. It's all I've ever played.
Well, someone's
Those-
got to be playing it.
All those games I did reviews for, I just made that up. I just found some footage and then made up a script.
Well, that's how you do it on YouTube, apparently. Just steal someone else's review and reword it slightly.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Just
that's the hot new trend.
Ask the Chat GPT to make this script legally distinct. Oh, Jasant. I didn't actually play Jasant, though. Go club. I'm just part of the longest running live stream. Also, did I miss the second one? No, okay, cool. But this one, SVS Guru 2000 gives €2. Hi, and thank you, and says, have you played the Feeble Files?
Oh, I know of it. It's a point-and-click adventure series, well, game, that apparently wasn't very good. But it had the voice acting from, like, one of the dudes who was on Red Dwarf.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is probably why they're bringing it up.
Ah, that makes sense. Ooh, that's some real art.
Ow!
Oh, someone brought up, that's true. I have
Oh.
played Death Trap Dungeon. That's
Why
a good
did-
point.
Why did I die then?
I was looking at Feeble Files. I have no idea why you died.
I think I hit the dude and the dude hit me at precisely the same moment.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I got enough to write my little mini review of Cookie Cutter.
Okay.
I think,
Uh,
as you say, it's a distinct art style that sort of doesn't go far enough, and the gameplay's a little bit jank.
Yeah. Also, go club. Welcome to Tip Jar.
Alright, how do I get out of this bloody game that won't let me window it? Now, see, that's a very Gorillas looking thing on the title screen there, isn't it?
Yeah. The art in the first cutscene and the art on the splash screen, I feel like are really good, and it's not, and the in-game art isn't quite as good.
Yeah.
Or it's just pulled back so far, I'm not registering it.
Alright, let's play some token guess the game before we go.
Is
Everyone
it
loves
that game that Marty plays every single time?
Oh, probably. Everyone loves it when we play a bit of guess the game. Hang about. And sauce. Guess the game.
Oh. Okay.
Now,
So
what's-
Pixel.
Now, what's that? My first thought is Cave Story.
Game I. All right. Amy says Duck Hunt, but no, I feel like that's way too high res for Duck Hunt.
Oh, turns out I was right.
Was
did I
Cave
men-
Story?
Did I mention I'm quite good at guess the game?
Dang.
Yep, that's Cave Story, all right.
Wow. Good job.
Hard to miss. Okay.
Are we gonna do another one?
Yeah.
So it's like a geo guessing, but for games.
There's actually something else that's closer to GeoGuessr but for games, where it shows you like a place in a sandbox game from a random location, and you have to guess where on the map you are in that game.
Oh,
this is
that's kind of
just-
cool.
This is just it gives you a screenshot and you got 6 guesses. It's more like Wordle, I suppose.
Okay, I'm thinking of like 6 different games that would fit this style that I've played.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the first one comes to mind. Crap, I can't remember. It's like Myra or something.
Well, it's pixely and I'm guessing platformy. Someone's guessing Dead Cells in the chat, which
Yeah, Dead
seems about
Cells,
right.
Risk of Rain.
Oh, there you go. It was indeed Dead Cells.
Oh, wow, good job.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's the freaking splash art.
Oh, blimey. Oh, that's Street Fighter
Ooh.
2, isn't it? That's Sagat's stage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, with the big reclining statue in the background.
I have played Street Fighter 2 on the
Bam.
games I played. Wow, good job.
Wow, this is really old school Street Fighter 2.
Like
This is
before
like-
Turbo.
Yeah, this is pre-turbo.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that lack of colours in the palette. All right. All right, a couple more. Oh, well, that's hardly fair, game.
All right, grass.
Yeah, some grass. RuneScape. Let's say it's RuneScape grass. Okay. Well,
Yahtzee, I think you're cheating.
no,
Yes,
I
3 in a
genuinely-
row.
I genuinely thought RuneScape wouldn't be it. Because I
Hmm.
feel like
It's-
I've seen RuneScape on this before, and I don't remember it looking like that. But
Mm-mm.
apparently I was wrong, because that was RuneScape.
I don't trust it. I
See-
think you're hacking.
See, if you played more games, Jesse, you'd find it easier to believe that someone would be able to guess the game and guess the game.
Look, I play 1 game a year. That's all I can handle.
All right, what's this one then?
Oh, shoot. That actually looks familiar.
I think it's Crash Bandicoot.
I was thinking Crash. Like, it's definitely... Oh, man. But it's like... I don't think the original, though. It looks too high res. But I guess it was.
Except it was the original.
Okay. I thought it
No,
was too high res to be the
No,
original.
that looks pretty PS1-y to me. I remember Crash Bandicoot 1 was pretty ahead of its time graphically.
It was
For an early
pretty
PS1 game,
impressive.
it was really good looking.
Okay, I have also played Crash Bandicoot. I guess
Okay,
to add to the game.
Well, I'm on kind of a roll.
Yeah.
Let's see how
Freaking
that's how
crushing it.
long this roll can go.
Or Candyland.
Kirby's Epic Yarn? No.
Mm,
Damn it. Broke my streak.
dang. Should have quit while you were ahead.
Yep, suppose. What is that, though? Metacritic score 79%. So, not a big hit. Is it just Candy Crush? Candy Crush Saga? Ah, yeah, it was.
Whoa.
Should have held out for more than one guess, I suppose.
I definitely thought Candy Crush, and I was like, I don't think they'd put mobile games in this, but joke's on me. They absolutely did.
Hmm. Okay, one more. One more, and then we'll wrap it up.
One more.
Oh, that does look
Oh.
familiar.
Does.
Guys, I'm going to kick myself. It's not accounting, is it? No.
And voices Bomberman? But
Bomberman.
no, I don't think so. Dokapon. It's not Dokapon. I'd recognize that. Someone's saying Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Windows, Macintosh, and PS4. So I guess not.
Well,
Win-
is it? I think it's available on those. Or was it like that's when it came out?
Well, that's original platform. Those are the platforms originally came out for. Is it
Oh,
Soma?
okay.
I think it might be Soma. Hey, it was Soma.
Wow.
Ah, yeah, that's Soma, all right. Well, I think we'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching Yahtzee Tries, where we were playing Enjenir. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And Cookie Cutter, that I have to be careful about pronouncing because my accent has a tendency to screw up on the oo sound. So if I don't concentrate, I call it Cookie Cutter. It's being
I
stuck
thought-
between North and South England. That
Mm.
makes it hard for my accent. Yes, I was Yahtzee Crucial. I was joined by Jesse Galena.
That's me. Thanks for having me. It was a good time.
I'm glad you had a good time. Oh yeah, you all got to see yourself on the restream dashboard there for a second there.
Ooh.
Lucky old you. Don't forget that the edited highlights version of Yahtzee Tries will go out on the main channel. Ooh, not for a while actually, because we got next week off, and then there'll be another stream the week after that, and then the Sunday after that, we will put out the edited highlights video. Okay, and it'll sort of mash together all 4 games. Don't forget, I had a new fully Ramblematic review that came out today on the subject of Avatar. I almost said The Last Airbender there. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, the shitty Ubisoft sandbox nobody cares about. And I have a semi-Ramblematic coming out tomorrow, ostensibly. The editor hasn't submitted it yet, but you got to start trusting people at some point. What have you got to plug? Plug something.
Rexicon Jesse on Twitch and Twitter and Blue Sky and all that. Also, we talked about the RPG books. Rexicon Jesse at itch.io. All my stuff is currently on sale. So if you want to pick up Grinderbin's Mobile Market of Ridiculous Magic items or the one-page lore fantasy folk or any of the other stuff, although most of the other stuff is free, so you can just have that at any time.
And Adventurous Night.
Yeah.
Don't forget to watch Adventurous Night on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Re-upload of season 3.
The re-upload of episode 2. They'll be coming out once a week until the end of the season, so we can get through them all and have time to get the last few episodes done.
Watch it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy it's back.
I know, right? We're gonna go hang out and record some more of it at some point.
Heck yeah, we are. I'm so excited for that too.
What fun. All right. I think that'll be it from us. See y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.